Alrighty, so I'll give you a quick update here as far as what's going on. You can see that I have everything on the top side all taken apart. Everything that I needed to take apart, that is. I'm not even going to take this crossover off, the starter, all these harnesses here, they all stay because I put those on while the engine and transmission were out. The only harnesses I had actually disconnected, you got the AC upper, the high pressure side. There's a ground wire down there, as well as the positive to the starter, which stays with the car. And I ended up taking the box out and so on, which I really probably didn't need to do, but just to be on the safe side, batteries out. So all that is out. Alternator, everything basically on top is done. Okay. Got the front end all apart again, and there's the transmission cooler. As soon as I disconnect it from underneath, I'll reroute it through to get rid of that. But I went ahead and drained the transmission fluid, radiator fluid, obviously, that's gone. So the only thing I have left to do is the engine transmission mounts, as well as the torque converter bolts and cover. And I'm done because I have both sides axles are out. Okay. In fact, I didn't even need to remove the uh, rotor here on this side or anything else like that. I mean, everything is all intact over here. I just had to move the steering knuckle back a little bit, but all that stuff, I was able to keep it all there. Didn't have to take the wheel bearings off or anything. Again, these axles were just put in. So were the control arms, so I didn't have to worry about any of that. And everything came out just so easy. I mean, the second time through, it's a breeze. So I probably have about maybe an hour, hour and a half left here of work that I need to do. Then obviously I get the trusty cherry picker over here and just lift it away. Again, getting it out is actually way easier as far as the motor lifting it out. Getting out is way easier than getting it back in. It's harder to line it up than it is to just yank it out. But I'm not worried about that right now. So for those of you who don't know, the transmission shop, in not, kind of in a roundabout way, they kind of admitted to doing something wrong. They don't know what it is, but they are going to fix it. Yes, it's an inconvenience for me. Yes, I should have bought a triple edge transmission already rebuilt and ready to go. Okay, I get it. All right. This is a good lesson for all of you out there, that unless the shop specializes in these particular transmissions, you run the risk of them missing something or whatever. Now, the guy who rebuilt it told me to my face that he didn't even bother looking at the input drum, which he believes now may have a crack in it. But fortunately for me, they are going to do all of the labor, and if any parts that he installed, that is, any of the triple edge parts, that he installed were damaged, they are going to get new ones. And I specifically said I wanted triple edge parts, so they will order them from Triple Edge. So I do have that guarantee, and he is going to take it all apart piece by piece this time. And I am the first in line, so he said it probably 2 to 3 days, as long as nothing else is damaged. I did make a comment about the first gear clutches possibly becoming damaged, and those are just standard Borg Warner clutches, so nothing special. You can just go down to any parts store and get those. So no big deal there. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Again, I got about another hour, hour and a half worth of work here. It's really nice outside right now. It's like 65 or 66 degrees. So I am done for the day. I've spent about, I would say in total, about 4 hours on this whole thing. Again, if you're doing this from scratch, which means you've never done it before, then it's definitely more difficult to do this. I had a lot of trouble with my passenger side axle. It wouldn't come out. I actually had to have a local shop cut it out because it wouldn't come out of the bearing, and I had to get new bearings, obviously. All new hardware on this side. Everything's all brand new. So that's where I'm at now. And as I said, it was a learning process getting it all apart. Now that I know exactly what I'm doing, It's actually very easy. Looking back, it was very intimidating when I was first getting into this project, and I thought, oh man, this is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but with trial and error, some mistakes that I made along the way, I was able to do that. And now it's just flowing so fast. I mean, like I said, I got about another hour and a half worth of work here, and this thing will be out and on the floor. And I'll be taking the transmission down on Monday. And like I said, so long as it's just the drum that needs to be replaced, then he said it should be 2 days max. And so I'm hoping by the end of next week I will have this thing done. Bleh. I tell you what, it's been a nightmare. My own fault. It's just one of those things you just don't think about. I was saving money basically by having a local shop do it, but that actually cost me more money in the end. So again, if you're thinking about getting a remanufactured transmission with triple edge, just go buy the damn thing. Pull your old transmission out or have a shop do it for you, and then take it down there and exchange it. I mean, obviously you have to order the transmission up front, pay for it up front, but just take your old transmission down there and bring the new one back and then install it. I mean, be done with it because they're gonna do it right. They're gonna have a guarantee. I mean, I lucked out by the fact that they knew that they did something wrong, so they're owning up to it. Now that's reputation that, um, that's how they got their reputation. I mean, they could have stuck me with labor and all this other stuff to try to pull this apart, but it's one of those things where you can either get a really good shop that's gonna admit to their mistakes and fix their problems, customers always right kind of thing, or you're gonna get some shady shop that's gonna be like, well, we have no guarantees, and it could have been one of the parts you gave us that failed, and so too bad for you. So fortunately, and I think it was the owner who I talked to. I mean, he was a really nice guy. So shit happens. That's all there is to it. Shit happens. Okay. So I'm hoping that within 2 weeks I'm gonna have this thing all completely put back together, front end and all, everything all done, back on the road, daily driver, done, 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 done. It's been 6 months. Yes, it sucks, and it is what it is. So um, anyway, that's the update, and I really don't have any need to give any more updates after this. When I start getting everything back together, I'll let you know, and of course, when I've got it on the road, I'll let you know. So, all right, thanks, guys, and take care.